Many funny Bible stories. He gets made fun of by a group of teenagers and then a bear attacks them. I wish bears would attack groups of children who demean me. Someone referenced that trying to hurt my faith, and I was like, you're just making me happier.
The word commonly translated children probably meant a group of young men. Tradition says they were selling the people of Jericho clean water at high prices. Elisha had just purified the water of Jericho, ruining their business. Also, the young men say, "Go up." The same language is used to describe Elijah being taken to heaven. The scene is showing Elisha surrounded by a large group of angry, evil young men who were telling him to die. Shane's right, though. The story is hilarious.
This is one of the worst stories in the Bible that many Christians try to justify as something glorious and of good judgment of their God. The first thing, the word that is used to describe the children that were being mauled by these two female bears only means young boys. That's it. It does not mean young men. It does not mean that they were over the age of 20. It only, in every account, means young boys. Now, the term was used by Solomon to describe himself in the way that he was acting, and he was using hyperbole to say that he was acting like a child. But in no way, shape, or form in Isaiah, where it is describing this story, that it could mean young men. But don't you love the way Christians try to justify this story by saying that these young men were evil and they were upset because he had messed up their business, which I could not find that aspect of this story within the Bible. So it's just made up rationales for them to be able to justify your God having 20, 40 young men mauled and ripped apart by bears. It's funny how this is how Christians justify the evil that their God does. Anytime you bring up the fact that this God genocided the Canaanites or the Pebusites, so all of them, what they will say is that these people were sacrificing children. These people were, drinking, and these people were committing all other types of atrocities. They gin up those types of ideas so that they can feel good about their God and justify the evil that their God does. Your Bible clearly states that the only reason why the people of Moab had to be genocided was because the women of Moab were good looking. They had that good poom poom, and them Israelite men started getting down with them Moabite women with that good poom poom and started worshiping their gods, because, the true God of most men is some good poom poom. Basically is what they were saying. But that good poom poom is the reason why they had to be genocided? Are you serious? That's your justification? You're saying that because the women look good and they know how to do the nasty the right way? They had that hot tua. Do you see how imbecilic it sounds for Christians to try to justify the actions and the will of this entity by trying to make the other side of the coin look so bad, when the truth of the matter is this? Your God overwhelmingly tells the Israelites that if you are fearful of me and if you keep to my commandments, my laws, my ordinances, and my rituals, that I will subjugate all your enemies. I will destroy all your enemies. I will kill anybody that comes near you as long as you obey me, worship me, and fear me. There needs to be no other justification for this God to genocide other people other than the fact that he just wants his children, his select ones that he got in Deuteronomy 32, where it talks about Elion gave the Israelites as Yahweh's portion, that's all that's required. And this is the genocidal maniac God that you want somebody to worship. Stories like the ripping of these children is an appalling story. And if anybody were to have done something like that today, we would put them 4 foot under the jail. And y'all know I'm telling the truth. But hey, this is why we deconstruct from this religion, because this religion is filled with hate mongering and genocide and slavery and women's subjugation. But y'all have a great day. And always remember, you have to free yourself to be yourself because your greatness is non-negotiable. Good journey, good vibration.